What is up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Erin Bies. I am a certified personal trainer and a fitness nutrition specialist. I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, and now here I am debunking their claims, one scientific fact at a time. And why am I so giggly getting on here, I guess? Well, you're not going to believe the email that I just got. Sat down on my desk, have my phone on my handy dandy stand, as you guys know I always do. And I get this collab opportunity message from Isagenix. You can't even make it up. You can't even make this up. You cannot even make this up. I'm going to read it to you. You have to hear this. So now I feel like I have to cover Isagenix. So if you have Isagenix videos, links, whatever information, send it my way. erinbees.com. It's linked in the video description. Hi there. I'm reaching out from Isagenix because we believe your content and audience, that's all of you, would be a perfect match for a collaboration opportunity we have. Really? My audience. We're currently running a campaign called X, Y, and Z featuring our product. You can learn more about it here. Maybe I turn this into a whole video. That could be pretty fun. You can explore more about Isagenix and what we do. Insert website. Premium wellness brand. Science-backed nutrition for real, lasting results. I can't even believe it. We're looking for authentic creators who can bring their unique perspective to this collaboration. We value creativity and genuine engagement with your audience. Guys, is this play about us? If this sounds interesting to you, I'd love to discuss the details and see how we can create something amazing together. Oh, we're going to create something. We are. Yeah, this would be a good short. This could be a good short. Would you be open to a conversation? Looking forward to hearing from you. Best regards, the Isagenix team. Girl. What do you mean? And on that note, I think it's time that we pour ourselves a cold one. And when I say cold one, you already know. We have Dr. Pepper, zero sugar, strawberries and cream. I got to move some stuff around. I have so much room in my new desk. If you didn't know, I got a new desk. I linked that as well. But now I have to have cup holders because I don't want to ruin my desk. So anyways, let's open this together because after that, oh, it was something. I mean, that was pretty lovely. What are your thoughts on that? Your comments are so funny, you guys. Please bring our perspective. Please. I beg of you. Unique perspective. You can't make it up, guys. That's so good. Okay, well, I just had to read it to you guys. I knew you would get a kick out of it. Would you be open? I came into girl. All right. So the topic of tonight, though, is Shaklee and the Better Body Blueprint that Melanie Mitro, I think that's how you say her last name. She'll tell us here in a minute, who is Melissa. What is Melissa's last name? Melissa was in Prove It. And then she joined Shaklee, and she takes like 1 million products a day from Shaklee. Sounds exhausting. No, thank you. But anyways, Shaklee Better Body Blueprint is the title of this. And there's going to be a question. Well, there's a question in the title. And by the end of this, we're going to be able to answer it. So we have a lot to talk about. This video is like 45 minutes long. So let me stop running my mouth and play the video.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Better Body Blueprint workshop. So excited that you guys are here tonight. My name is Melanie Mitro, and I'm one of the hosts of tonight's event. And
yes, Melissa May. Yeah, she blocked me.
And the first thing that I want to do right now this evening is I want to know what brought you here tonight.
Guys, what brought you here tonight? Drop it in the comments.
Are you looking to lose weight? Are you looking to balance your hormones? Are you looking to speed up your metabolism?
Are you looking for actual scientific evidence on how to do those things?
Yeah. Have more energy, or all of the above? Let me know in the chat bar. What are you looking for? And also, here's my second question for you. If time and resources were not
oh my God, not trying to handle objections before you even get them. If time and money weren't an object, what would your life look like? Come on.
Factor in your life at all right now, what would you want to achieve in your health over the next 30 to 60 days? So I want to hear that in the chat bar. I see energy in big bold letters. I see all of it. I'm so excited you guys are here. It's going to be a great night. So here's the thing, whatever your current frustrations are that...
Well, you came to the right place, Chrissy. I wanted Erin's unique perspective. Indeed, it is unique at times.
Brought you to this workshop tonight. I want you to know that you're actually not alone. We live in this world today where like skinny is praised, quick fixes are kind of flooding your news feed, and nobody's really talking about what it takes to create a lifestyle change that actually lasts through every season of your life.
Okay, I'm going to pause her right there. I forgot to mention, we are going to look at this through the scope of several different categories, because unfortunately, some of the information that they are going to be sharing, that she is going to be sharing, is factual. I know it's shocking, but we're going to separate this stuff or categorize it into 4 different categories. Categorize it, 4 different categories. You get it. First one is true, meaning the evidence supports it. The second one is going to be half truth. That's, well, partially true, but it's obviously missing important context. The third part is going to be, or third category, is overgeneralization. This might apply sometimes or to some people, but they're presenting it like it's a rule and it's not. Category number 4, which is actually my favorite, that's the misinformation section. So this is where we're going to stop. I'm going to correct it with what actual evidence shows, because not everything we're about to hear, unfortunately, is wrong, which is, I think, what makes this so confusing to a lot of people. So they're going to talk about protein. They're going to talk about specifically eating more protein and fiber and strength training and getting enough sleep and moving your body, drinking water, and building sustainable habits. All things that I talk about here regularly, and will continue to do so. But they're also going to talk about balancing hormones, blood sugar spikes, insulin stopping, fat burning, boosting your metabolism, a plant-based GLP-1, and eventually a whole stack of Shaklee supplements. And that's where I think things will get interesting. So let's continue.
And if you're the type of person who really, really wants to create some sustainable, healthy habits, then you, my friend, you have come to the right place. And tonight,
you, my friend, have come to the right place if you want to debunk with scientific evidence, in addition to practical nutrition tips. Yeah, okay.
I'm going to walk you through the Better Body Blueprint program, and we're going to share some ways in which you can be a part of our community. You can work together with us, and at the end, we can help you achieve your goals as well. And hopefully you're all reading the chat bar and you're seeing some commonalities, that you're not alone and that we're all in this journey of health and wellness together. All right, so let's kick off and talk about what is the Better Body Blueprint. Number 1, it is not a diet. It's actually a lifestyle upgrade. I love that. A lifestyle upgrade
A lifestyle upgrade. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle upgrade. Okay.
that is designed to help your body work the way that it was meant to. And the
Hey,
program,
Julie.
the Better Body Blueprint program, is a proven system to actually transform your body. It's a lifestyle based program that's rooted in science, in keeping things very simple. We don't want to overcomplicate things. And it needs to be a program that can truly become a lifestyle. It's sustainable and it can carry you through every single season of life. The program really focuses on metabolic health, which is really where your body can keep blood sugar stable. It's going to help keep your blood pressure healthy, and it's going to keep inflammation within a healthy range while efficiently producing and using energy. This program is really great for body composition, for those of you that want to drop fat, that want to build lean muscle, and just overall longevity, health, and wellness. This program is not about restriction. It's about making a new rhythm for yourself. It's about being intentional with the food that we're eating and being smart about the things we put in our body. Really, this program is going to help you to establish better habits and really get rid of anything that is unwanted, that unwanted fat, that low energy. We're really going to be building lean muscle together.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you can do all of that by visiting your doctor, strength training, focusing on nutrition, and if you need help in that department, working with a registered dietitian. You don't need this culty community. When I say culty community, what am I referring to? I'm referring to multi-level marketing communities where we know they are transactional based relationships. So just FYI. Rooted in science, watered by BS. Indeed. Also, I see we have a anniversary. Oh, I need to adjust this. Hold on. One moment. Oh. Okay. Wrong thing. All right. Kay Marie, member for 37 months. Thank you so much. Your body does not need MLM products to make your metabolism work. Period. Thank you, Kay Marie. I appreciate you.
So, why does this program actually work? So, we're going to talk a little bit about the science behind the Better Body Blueprint, because it was created to optimize insulin sensitivity. It was created to help with fat burning, to preserve muscle, to balance your hormones. And here's the thing, a lot of times our meals, right, the things that we're eating, they're causing these like large spikes in our blood sugar. And when
Before she gets into all of this, let me stop for a moment. She's kind of started to talk about it, but this is our first half truth that we're hearing. Metabolic health is a real thing. Balancing hormones is where I have questions, as I'm sure some of you do as well that are watching this, whether you're live here with me or watching the replay. Shout out to the replay crew. Metabolic health is absolutely a real thing. And when we're talking about metabolic health, we're talking about things like blood sugar regulation, blood pressure, blood lipids, and other markers associated with cardiometabolic health. But notice how quickly wellness marketing can expand into fixing your metabolism and balancing your hormones. By the way, which hormones and how do they work? Please tell us, Melanie. Please tell us. Reducing inflammation, burning more fat, fixing your cravings, or fixing your energy and stopping your cravings. And it's a lot of promises. Your hormones aren't a set of scales that you can just balance with a program or some sketchy proprietary blend supplement. If someone actually has a hormone problem, guess what? You should see your doctor. Or if you suspect there's something going on with your hormones, go see a medical professional. Okay, now let's hear what she has to say about blood sugar spikes and crashes. I can't wait. I can't wait for y'all to hear this.
your blood sugar rises quickly, insulin rises really quickly as well. And when blood sugar often drops, and then it drops rapidly afterwards. And what happens is that's why many people, maybe some of you, are experiencing this feeling of being tired an hour or two after eating, or maybe craving sweets or feeling hangry or needing another snack or caffeine just to get through the day. This creates a cycle. This program creates a cycle of,
this program creates a cycle, right? Yeah, this program creates a cycle of people that are dependent on products because they can't separate if the results that they're getting are from changing their diet, working out, or the supplements. So they assume it's the supplements, and so they keep their auto ship, right, Melanie? Freudian slip much? Yeah, but anyways, this whole conversation that she's having with the blood sugar and insulin and crashing and attempting to explain cravings is an overgeneralization. That's where we're going to put this claim. That's the category we're going to put this claim into. A rise in blood sugar after eating is normal. That's actually how our bodies were designed to work. You eat carbs, your blood glucose rises, your pancreas releases insulin, and insulin helps you move glucose where it needs to go in your body. That's supposed to happen. It doesn't automatically mean that you've damaged your metabolism. And if you're tired at 2 p.m., that doesn't automatically mean that your blood sugar crashed either. Poor sleep, stress. I mean, who here is stressed? That's all of us, right? That's life. Anyways. Overall food intake, hydration, medications. Yeah. Activity and plenty of other things can definitely affect how you feel, especially in the afternoon. Let's not turn normal physiology into a problem that needs fixing. And oh, guess what? The solution, she's going to say, is the supplements from Shaklee, please. I can't.
When your blood sugar is imbalanced, it creates a cycle of eating for energy instead of eating because you're truly hungry. And what the Better Body Blueprint does is it flips that. It is about eating for hunger, not because we're seeing these constant ups and downs in your blood sugar. And it's different. There's a lot of things out there on the market, a lot of people trying to tell you what you should do and how you should live. But here's the thing, we want to make this as simple as possible. Your lives are already crazy busy. Am I right? How many of you are parents? How many of you work full time? How many of you are single moms or grandparents or working multiple jobs, right? Your life is not absent of chaos. And I know that you already have a ton of demands. And so we don't want to put so many additional rules on you that it makes it impossible for you to really even get started. So there's no counting calories. We're not going to be obsessing over the macros. We're not going to be yo-yo dieting, meaning just like really calorie restricting. And then you get to the point where you binge because, you don't feel like you have any of that flexibility.
Well, it's not only that, but sometimes, especially, and I talk about this a lot, especially if you're eating a lot at the end of the night and you just feel like you're so hungry and you can't control yourself, look at how many calories you're taking in during the day. Did you skip a meal? Did you, not eat what you normally eat because you are so super busy? Yeah. Anyways. Oh my God. She's going to go into these 6 pillars. Remember, she was like, hey, this is so simple. 6 different pillars. Okay. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, Scooter. Met a lady today that said she was a health coach. She sells fuelings. I thought she was offering me a legitimate job opportunity as a coach. Oh, that's how I feel about that. Yuck. Ugh. Anyways, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you.
We're going to build that in. There's built-in flexibility to this program and an opportunity for you every week to just
slams the buzzer. I don't know why I think this is so funny. Rachel, this is a funny comment. Slams the buzzer. Why is Trilogy, aka Optavia? Yeah.
Enjoy something that you really want to eat without restriction. And there's a focus on strength over skinny. And I think that is so important when it comes to living younger, longer, when it comes to longevity as a whole. That's really where it's at.
This is one of the points that I'm going to agree with and put it in the true category, strength over skinny. Because I love that. Strength training, absolutely. Y'all know how I feel about that, especially as we get older. Maintaining and building muscle absolutely matters. Oh, Mia just walked in with a Mac bag. Yeah, but not on the stream. I'll show them. She picked up a new lipstick today is National Lipstick Day. Did y'all know that? And MAC has a free lipstick, and then
They're probably all done now.
oh, they're probably all out. And then everything else, thank you. Everything else was 40% off. This has nothing to do with tonight's stream, by the way. Okay, I really love their Powder Kiss lipstick. Their Powder Kiss Hazy Matte lipstick. Thank you. Oh, those are your eyeshadow shades. And the color that I got is called On My Mind. Oh, this is pretty. Wait, I gotta move some. DC, what's going on? Look at this color.
You gotta do like the makeup artist.
Guys, look at this color. She's so pretty.
Jesus, you sound like Jeffree Star.
Ooh. I'm not going to try it on now because I need a lip liner when I do it. But this, I think this was a good choice, sis.
It's actually kind of sheer. It's not super.
Do I try it on or not,
I
guys?
think you should try it on.
Guys?
It doesn't. It's not like where you put some on and it's like, you know, like you can really build that. It's really pretty, actually.
Do I try it on now? I do know that because a Mary Kay lady texted me to buy some lipstick. I can't.
Did you buy it?
No, she didn't buy it. Thank God. Oh, I got an email from Isogenics and they want to collab with me. Isogenics is an MLM company. They were like, your audience would be perfect.
Well, that would be true, I guess.
Okay, they said try it on.
Like, it's really not bad.
Oh, that's a nice color.
Yeah, it's not like super opaque like some of the other ones are.
Well, I'm going pretty light too. All right, this is the color we're rolling with. Really goes well with my hat and my tank top.
It does. It goes well.
And my leggings. Thank you, sis.
No problem.
I appreciate it.
I'm very excited about this minty one.
Are you going to try it on? She got eyeshadow too.
I'm probably gonna put them all in. And then I've got...
What do we think? I had a lip gloss I was going to put on.
Finally bought it.
What is that?
Dazzle Lips crayon.
Oh, that's a pretty color. This is turned into a makeup life.
Dylan picked it
It's a pretty color.
because I couldn't decide.
It's an eyeshadow, right?
Nope, lip stuff.
Oh, this is lip?
Mm-hmm.
That would be pretty on the eye, though.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put it on my eye and then I'm gonna give myself eczema and complain about it.
Oh, please don't do that. Oh my God. Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate the compliments.
But yes.
I should tag this. I'll do it later. I'll make sure I tag this since we tried it. Okay, I forgot what we were saying beforehand. Thanks, sis. Can you stir the crock pot here in like an hour? It's 4:23. Okay, thanks. Before you leave. Okay, thanks. Okay, sorry, guys. Total random moment, but
Being strong and having the energy to get through.
that's what we were talking about. Yeah, so it's important to build muscle, especially as we get older. You don't need hours of cardio. You don't need to punish yourself with exercise in the gym or home workouts or whatnot. Find movement that you enjoy and strength train consistently. That's how this works. No notes. I agree with this part.
The day and do the things that you love because you're building better habits. And when you do that, habits will take you through the rest of your life. And just because.
Oh God, we got to throw in the before and after because, you know, testimonials. They always have to throw this in there and they never have enough information. They never tell you what that person did to change. They never tell you the time frame. The lighting is always different. The poses are always different. The clothing is always different. You want to impress me? Standardize that. And then give the specifics. Did they change their diet? Did they start working out? Did they focus on getting more sleep? Did they add more fiber to their diet, meaning fruits and vegetables? Do they prioritize protein? They never tell you any of that. And the majority of the time, whether they admit it publicly or not, they're manipulating what they are eating and how they are eating and also working out in some way, shape, or form, meaning they're probably putting themselves into a calorie deficit. Anyways,
I think it's so powerful to see stories of other people. Just want to show you a few before and afters of some, and you're going to hear some stories tonight from some other people as well.
Also, do you notice how out of place these are? She was just talking about being strong over skinny and these healthy habits, and boom, now we have these before and after pictures that are done terribly.
That have done the program. They're going to share their testimonials, but look at these results: 26 pounds, 23 pounds, over 26 inches lost. Like,
In how long? Melanie, in how long? And what did they do to change that? I guarantee you it didn't have anything to do with the supplements.
that is pretty incredible. Okay, so let's dive into what are the actual core
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
components of the Better Body Blueprint. There's really 6 pillars of this program, and I'm going to walk you through them right now. We have the 4-4-12. It's an eating rhythm. We're going to walk you through. It stabilizes your blood sugar. It's going to maximize fat burning. Our second pillar is low glycemic foods paired with high protein nutrition. This regulates your hormones. It also preserves lean muscle. The third pillar is movement, daily movement, not killing yourself, hours of cardio, not hours in the gym, but daily movement that strengthens your body, supports longevity. The fourth pillar is hydration. A lot of times we are actually thirsty and not really hungry. And so we're going to really focus on hydration because that's actually what fuels cellular function and helps boost that fat metabolism. The fifth
What? Okay. Let's talk about this fat metabolism, because this we're going to put in the category of half truth. Water is important, everybody. I hope you have some water and you've had some water. If not, let this be a reminder to grab some. However, water is not a fat burner. Hydration absolutely matters. It matters for exercise performance, digestion, temperature regulation, and normal body function. Look at this palette Mia put together.
Coming for Jeffree Star right now.
She said she's coming for Jeffrey's. This is
Well, they
pretty.
fall out if you tip that over, by the way.
Okay, well, I don't want to open it. Those are
No, you
pretty.
can open it. I just mean
No, it's okay.
it opens really easy. I also really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's cute. I want to see that on your eyeballs.
I'll put it on probably the next couple of days when I have to go to my work that is firing me anyways.
Yeah. Okay, so we're talking about hydration. So drinking more water doesn't magically crank up your metabolism and start melting fat off of your body. If you're replacing, as an example, if you're replacing a 300 calorie drink with water, that can indirectly affect your overall calorie intake, which is very different from saying water burns fat. So please drink your water. Just don't act like your Stanley is going to help you with creating a calorie deficit for you.
Fifth one is we have this reset meal, and that is some built-in flexibility so that you're preventing that burnout, that fatigue, that yo-yo dieting. And then the sixth pillar is really your mindset, because sustainability actually starts up here. It starts with the stories you tell yourself.
Does it though? Because I think sustainability is really about habits that you're willing to do daily for a long period of time. That's just my opinion.
About whether or not you can drop the weight, you can build your metabolism, you can balance your hormones. And so we're going to be walking you through a lot of that within the Better Body Blueprint so that you're rewiring the stories that you're telling yourselves. I guarantee that something that's keeping you stuck right now is probably a story you're telling yourself about why you can't lose the weight. All right.
Or it could be needing education in a certain area. It could be dealing with the emotions behind childhood trauma or something that impacted how you look at food or how you were raised or what you were told around nutrition. It could be some of those things too.
So let's dive into a couple of the core components. Let's talk about the 4-4-12 and really
Let's talk about
the power of this. So what this is it's an eating sort of formula to follow. So when you wake up in the morning, you're going to eat within an hour of waking up. That's going to be your breakfast. That's going to start your first 4-hour window. So you eat your first meal, you wait 4 hours, then you eat your second meal. That's your second 4, right? Then you wait 4 more hours, you have your final meal. And then what's happening is you are fasting for 12 hours. And what that is doing is that is allowing your body to regulate the blood sugar. It's actually starting to help with that metabolic flexibility. It allows your body to go into fat burning mode, and it actually helps reset your gut. All right. It allows your gut to rest and also to reset. And what I find is that a lot of people, and maybe this is some of you, you actually, how many of you snack throughout the day where you find that you can only make it 1.5 to 2 hours and you're reaching for a snack?
Okay, let's pause right there. Let's just let's talk about this 4-4-12 method. All right. I'm going to categorize this into the half truth section category. Categorize it into this category sounds weird to me. Anyways, we're going to put this in the half truth area for tonight because this can work. However, it's not some sort of metabolic magic like she's wanting to make it sound like. If this structure of eating helps somebody, fantastic. 3 satisfying meals spaced throughout the day may work great for some people. Now, others may like 3 meals and a snack, or 3 meals and a snack in between. Some people want to eat 4 times or 5 times a day. Meal timing can absolutely be a useful tool, but there's really nothing magical about 4-4-12 that suddenly unlocks fat burning. So,
or you find yourself at night after dinner feeling like you need a snack. Sometimes it's out of habit, it's out of boredom. Sometimes it's because you aren't actually eating in the right way. And so your blood sugar is spiking and crashing. It's creating these signals of hunger because you aren't balancing the way that you're actually eating. And your body wasn't actually designed to snack all day long.
okay, now this we're going to put into the overgeneralization category. I feel like I worded that much better this time around. I think the important question when she says your body wasn't designed to snack all day, according to whom? Because there's no universal rule saying that humans can't snack. I think the better question is, does your eating pattern work for you? Are you getting adequate nutrition for you and your goals? Are you satisfied? Does it, I already said that, does it support your goals? Can you maintain it? That's much more useful than creating another ridiculous food rule that we didn't ask for.
Going to be taking that part out of it. For some, I feel like that might be the most challenging. I know for me, it meant that I needed to bulk up my meals a little bit more. And I also had to break some of my habits. But the minute I did it,
somebody coming from Beachbody saying that they were essentially underfueling. Color me shocked.
Oh my gosh, the minute I felt a total complete shift. Okay. And when blood sugar is stable, right? Think of your blood sugar kind of like a campfire, right? A steady fire burns constantly, right? It keeps you warm all day. A fire that keeps getting gasoline thrown on it, that's what happens when you're eating foods like and you're spiking your blood sugar.
What? What? What do you mean? Our bodies need fuel. Our bodies need food. What do you mean? Eating is like throwing gasoline on the fire. What do you want us to do? Not eat?
What happens is it gets really, really hot very dramatically. It burns and then it dies down, kind of leaving you cold until you add more fuel. And your body kind of works the same way. Stable blood sugar means consistent energy, better focus, fewer afternoon crashes, less brain fog, and more sustained, even exercise performance. Okay. So, this is going to be the eating window that we're going to teach you. We're going to walk you through. We're going to guide you through, give you tons of recipes and support in this area. Let's move on to the next one. The second principle is low glycemic whole food focus. And we focus on this because this really is a smarter way to fuel your body. It actually fuels your body for energy, balance, and results. So it's low glycemic, but high protein. All right. So this is really important. We're going to talk a little bit about what some of those foods actually are. But there's a lot of benefits to the eating this way. And the more I dove into, eating low glycemic, the more that I realized, oh my gosh, everything that I was eating was on the high glycemic index list, which meant I was constantly spiking my insulin, which no wonder I was having energy crashes and I was always always craving sweets. So when we eat this way, we're balancing blood sugar, we're reducing that insulin response. So you actually get more time in fat burning mode. You're going to notice you have fewer cravings. I feel like the number one thing that women tell me is I crave sweets. I'm always hungry. I'm always wanting more.
My question in that scenario, and then we'll talk about this low glycemic index eating. My question, if I were to have a client come to me and say, hey, at the end of the night, I'm craving sweets. I want to know how many carbs they're eating in a day. I want to know how many calories. I want to know their full breakdown of macros. Walk me through today. What did you eat today? And if you can remember approximate times, tell me everything that you ate today, because chances are, if they are craving carbs at the end of the night, it's probably because they didn't eat enough. So now let's talk about this glycemic index situation. I'm going to put this in the category of half truths. The glycemic index is a very real thing. However, I think the context is what matters here, because it is a real tool, but we rarely eat carbohydrate foods completely by themselves, unless you're eating something before a workout and you need those quick burning carbs for the energy for your workout. That makes sense. But most of the time, we're not eating carbs on their own. Protein, fat, and fiber can change the glucose response to a meal. And obviously the portion size is going to make an impact here. The entire meal matters, which is why I talk about balanced plates all the time. And somebody with diabetes generally does not need to spend their life, somebody without diabetes, does not need to spend their entire life terrified that a potato is spiking insulin.
So this makes it easier to stay on track. You're also going to notice
also diabetics. You know what I'm saying?
Improved mood and focus. So no more roller coaster highs and lows. Can anybody else be like, amen? I could really use a little bit more stability in my mood throughout the day. And it actually supports hormone health, better hunger. It's going to give you those better hunger cues, right? It's going to help with sleep regulation and help with stress support too. Here's the danger of eating high glycemic index food.
The danger?
All of the time. I've kind of shared this a little bit with the campfire, right? Those highs and those lows. But that, again, when you're eating that way all the time, it's constantly triggering insulin in your body. And guess what happens? It halts fat burning.
What did you just say? What did you just say? Insulin halting fat burning? Huh? This is straight up misinformation. We're confusing short-term physiology with long-term fat gain. What? Insulin temporarily suppresses the release of stored fat after we eat, which is a normal physiological function. But your body is storing and using energy all day long for everything. Eating a meal and temporarily storing energy does not mean you gained body fat. Think about it like this. Think about it like it's a bank account. Money comes in, money goes out. Seeing one deposit does not tell me whether you ended the month richer. I need to see the whole month. I need to see the whole pattern, the overall pattern. Your body works very similarly when we're talking about energy, aka calories. Oh my God. Temporarily storing fat is not the same thing as gaining body fat over a long period of time.
And that is why so many people start to struggle with that weight gain or the visceral fat around their belly. It's because your body is producing, it's triggering more insulin, and it's not allowing your body to really go into that fat burning mode.
Weird, because I thought eating in a surplus over a long period of time is what causes that.
And when you're eating really high GI foods, you do see more of the weight gain, more of the insulin resistance. And whenever you start to do that frequently over time, it's really where we start to get into a lot of trouble health wise, too. Okay, so we talked about the low glycemic foods, but we also want to make sure that they're paired together with protein. One of the components of this program is high protein, really focusing on 30 to 40 grams of protein at every single meal. Because when you're getting enough protein, it is helping you to boost those natural GLP-1 levels, which GLP-1 is a hormone that's in your body that signals your brain to say, I'm full. I don't need to eat anymore. And one of the ways that we can help to boost our natural GLP-1 levels is by eating more protein. So, yeah.
We're going to put this in the true category, but with some important context, because she is right about this. Protein can definitely increase the feeling of fullness. Feeling satisfied after eating protein also stimulates hormones involved in fullness, including your body's own GLP-1, which is normal physiology. And getting adequate protein is something I talk about all the time on this channel and will continue to talk about. But remember this conversation. Remember this part of her video, because here in a little bit, she's going to try and sell people something that they're calling a plant-based GLP-1. And obviously, these are going to be night and day conversations. So just remember this moving forward.
That's proteins.
Oh, also, the 30 to 40 grams of protein per meal for a healthy adult, probably just fine. Pretty practical, in my opinion. 30 to 40 grams in a meal can be a perfectly reasonable amount for a lot of people. But protein needs are not identical for everybody. Body size matter, activity matters, goals matter, and most importantly, you can get protein from, say it with me, food. You don't have to purchase a shake from Shaklee to hit your protein goals. Yeah. So anyways, let's see what else she has to say.
Important as we age, we need to preserve lean muscle, but it also supports fat loss. It also increases that fullness, and it's going to help you overall have more energy. So when you pair this program, right, this increase in protein with resistance training and the smart meal timing, the 4-4-12 method.
Well, if we're doing the math on this, because I absolutely love doing this, there's 4 calories per gram of protein, and it's the same for carbs. So if we take that 40 and we multiply it by 4, it's 100 and let's not do that. 16. Why can I not do math on the spot? 40 times 4 is 160 calories. So, and then fat is 9 calories per gram. So, although everybody's calorie intake is going to be different because it's based on height, weight, age, activity levels. What does your day-to-day at your job look like? Are you sitting at a desk? Plus their goals. So it's going to be a little different for everybody, but I absolutely love doing that math. But doing the math on the spot freaks me out a little.
It literally starts to become a catalyst for your body completely changing. Okay, the next component is fiber. Fiber for me was one thing that I didn't even realize that I was not getting enough of. How many of you, right? How many of you are like, I don't track my fiber. I don't even know how much fiber is in the food that I'm eating. I never even thought about it before. I mean, I feel like right now protein is everywhere. Eat your protein, get in more protein, right? But fiber is actually a really, really important part of the equation. All right. It is kind of like the great regulator. And when you start focusing on fiber with your protein, it is going to be a game changer in your satiety and how you feel. It's also going to drastically improve your digestion. For those of you that maybe have some IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, some bloating, some gas, you struggle with your gut health, fiber is really going to help you with that as well.
Let's pause you right there. Now, the majority of what she just said, I'm going to put in the true category. I'm glad that fiber is being talked about more than it ever has been. I think that it's really important, and I'm glad that fiber is really getting the attention that it deserves because it is very important. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, lentils, nuts, and seeds can all help. However, you probably saw my face when she was talking about IBS. When she says that fiber will drastically improve IBS, bloating, and gas, that I'm going to put that specific thing, I'm going to put in the overgeneralization. Fiber isn't one single thing. There's different types of fiber, and those different types of fiber with a B, not a V, thank you, affects people very differently. And if somebody is going from very little fiber to suddenly eating a lot more, guess what can happen? More gas, more bloating, more trips to the bathroom. My tip, if you're somebody that wants to be more fiber conscious, is to gradually increase it and see how your body responds. And IBS is an actual medical condition, which deserves far more nuance than just eat more fiber. So
the goal is to make sure that we get 10 grams of fiber per meal. That is incredibly important. So fiber is,
again, start slowly with fiber if you're not somebody that has been fiber focused, because it can get a little out of hand pretty quickly.
Here's some fun ways that you can get in some fiber. So when you're thinking about, your protein and your fiber, here's the way that you can do it. And it's simple. We actually have an entire meal and recipe guide that walks you through different combinations to help you make sure that at every meal you eat throughout the day, you're balancing your 30 to 40 grams of protein with your 10 grams of fiber.
Who made the guide and what are their credentials?
So for example, something that I typically do every single day is I always do like a chia seed pudding. I'm kind of obsessed with it at this moment. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, about a half a cup of coconut milk, put that into the fridge, stir it up. You can put in some blueberries, some vanilla, throw it in the fridge overnight. It makes amazing kind of like overnight chia seed pudding. That with my eggs in the morning, a little bit of avocado, is a great way to start your day. And you can kind of see.
I agree with that.
You go down these lists. How many of these foods do you already eat? And what else could you introduce into your day to really start to see a little bit more results and fullness as you go through your weeks? Okay, I'm going to pause here because I've given you an overview.
Here come the testimonials. Brace yourselves.
Right? I've given you an overview of the program, specifically the eating portion of it. And I want to pause.
I don't know if Life Shake is one of their products. I'm not sure. I do love beans and legumes. I just like saying the word legume.
And I want to bring one of our amazing ambassadors.
Maybe Kelsey Ray's husband made the guide. Listen, Kelsey Ray, if you see this, it's really weird that you're doing feeder content. It's actually quite alarming.
I'm going to bring Heather up here. And Heather's going to share a little bit about her testimonial because she is literally living proof that when you follow the Better Body Blueprint, that you can actually get results. So Heather.
Do we want to hear the testimonials? Oh, no, we want to hear this. She's a cardiac nurse. Just y'all need to brace yourselves for what comes out of Heather's mouth.
I'm going to throw it over to you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Melanie. Hello, everyone. My name is Heather, and I'm so excited to be here with you tonight.
Are there any medical professionals in the chat that feel comfortable saying that they're a medical professional? Because y'all are going to riot.
Such an honor to be asked to speak on this call. So How many of you are excited for Better Body Blueprint? This was literally me a year ago. So I'm so excited for you guys. Okay, so I'm a cardiac nurse, and I've actually been on my own
Appeal to authority. Got it.
wellness weight loss journey now for about 5 years, which is insane. And when I joined the Better Body Blueprint last year, I wasn't starting my journey already. I was actually at a point,
Debbie, are you in the chat?
where I had seen results, losing weight, but I was definitely feeling pretty stuck. I had already lost weight, probably about 20, 25 pounds, feeling good. I was consistently working out. I had built a pretty solid routine with that, but I had hit a pretty good plateau, and it was very discouraging. I knew I needed to tighten up my nutrition. Who doesn't? And focus on some of the things that I had been overlooking. So,
all right, let me just pause this really quick to remind everybody that when you see testimonials like this, it is important to point out that nutrition has probably been changed. They probably ate more protein than they were previously, probably ate more fiber. Maybe they stopped snacking as much, although if you like snacks, I'm for it. Maybe they put together some sort of a sleep hygiene routine and started to prioritize getting good sleep. Exercise is a factor. Maybe they drank more water, joined some kind of an accountability group, you know. So just pay attention to this stuff because they never really share all of the details. They typically leave something out, and then the work that they did around specifically nutrition and fitness, they credit to the supplement. The supplement is the side thing. The main thing is fitness and nutrition, and they're discrediting themselves for the work that they did and giving the supplement all of the credit. So just pay attention to this as you see these types of testimonials online. I'm going to say in the wild on social media, because we never know what things they changed specifically. Okay, just FYI.
As a cardiac nurse, I see every day what diabetes and heart disease can do to people. I see it in my patients, I've seen it in my clients, and personally, I have a family history as well of diabetes and stroke. So for myself, the only lab that really stood out for me at the time was an elevated CRP level, which is a inflammatory marker.
CRP, C-reactive protein, I think is what she's talking about, which is a very general inflammation marker.
I have a history of pericarditis, which just means that I had inflammation fluid around my heart. And so I was already being treated for that. Thank you, Vivix. But that's another topic for another day.
Is that a medical claim? Is that a health claim? Vivix, is that one of their products? Hold on, now I have to look this up. Oh my God. So I just want to make sure I'm understanding this correctly. Did she just say that Shaklee Vivix, which I'm looking it up on my phone here, is a dietary supplement designed to slow aging at the cellular level? You mean to tell me that on Beyonce's internet in 2026, as a cardiac nurse, you're going to say that Shaklee's Vivix helped you with what did she say? Pericarditis? Pericarditis, I think is what she said. That's a wild claim. That is a wild claim.
So I knew I had high CRP. I knew I was treating my inflammation. My glucose was technically normal. How many results have we seen technically normal? But it was on the higher end of normal. And I don't know if you're crazy like me, but if I see like a higher end normal, I'm like, that's abnormal. I don't like that.
What? No, that's not how that works. High normal doesn't automatically mean abnormal. It's a normal reference range. What do you mean? Oh my God.
And you shouldn't either. You shouldn't settle for.
Also, I think it's important, just like anything else, it's important to look at the trend. The trend, the pattern is what is important here. What does your physician think? Talk to the professional. You know what I mean? Wow. A cardiac nurse saying a Shaklee product helped with pericarditis, if I'm saying that correctly, in addition to the upper reference range which is normal, is abnormal. And she's a nurse. Is she taking care of patients?
You know, oh, that's normal, right? Even if you feel like it's borderline high. So one thing I've learned both professionally and personally is that just because a lab value falls within the normal range doesn't always mean it's optimal. Okay.
Well, right, because you have to look at the whole picture. You have to look at the pattern. What is happening?
I always like to tell my clients, my patients, that sometimes we get so fixated on treating the number, whether it's your weight, whether it's your labs. And sometimes we forget to treat ourselves, treat your patient, treat your client. And so
Wouldn't that involve looking at the entire big picture?
if you're seeing a normal level, but you're still feeling off, listen to your body. I personally wanted to be proactive instead of waiting until there was a problem to fix. I think, you know, unfortunately in this world, we live in such a reactive response. And so I'm like here to change the game for myself and for.
Can you imagine? Hold on, I'm gonna write her name down. She'll probably block me. I don't care. Because I have questions. And I'm glad she has her name on here. Okay, carry on.
My people. So when I first heard about BBB,
What are your thoughts on this, Chris? What do you think about what Heather is saying?
what really caught my attention wasn't just the weight loss. I think sometimes we just get so fixated on that. But I knew that I needed more. What I really liked about it was the focus on metabolic health, blood sugar, protein, sleep, which I really struggled on then, movement, and creating sustainable habits. I remember sitting on this call last year thinking to myself, like, this is actually doable. It wasn't a restrictive diet or something I couldn't maintain. And if you know me, you know I live a really busy life. I work 2 nursing jobs. I'm a single mom. I run my wellness business. I love to take care of my family. And so I just knew that this was a lifestyle that I could actually live and fulfill, and it'd be realistic for me. So the biggest game changer for me with BBB was the 4-4-12 eating rhythm. And I'll be honest with you, kind of like.
Notice she didn't say it was the products. She said it was the eating window. It was the structure of eating that worked for her, meaning she changed her nutrition. It wasn't the products.
Melanie talked about, I'm a stress snacker, okay? I'm the one that will just eat until I feel satisfied and then keep going. And I also have the biggest sweet tooth. So
I think also one of the things that I have learned, I haven't really talked about this a whole lot with my precision nutrition, is slowing down when we're eating. Really experiencing your food. You know what I mean? Taking your time, enjoying every bite, tasting the flavors, removing distractions. And when you do that, it puts your body in a place where you can recognize, hey, I'm feeling satisfied. I'm feeling like I'm having enough. If you're eating in front of the TV, if you're eating with your phone in your face, you know, those are distractions, and it's taking away from you understanding how your body works. So if you're somebody that wants to pay more attention to the amount that you're eating for whatever, you know, if your goals are weight loss, slowing down your eating. And this sounds kind of wild. And when I first read it in my precision nutrition text, I was like, what? But if you're somebody that's wanting to gain weight, eating a little bit faster, because it doesn't give your body a chance to catch up and you're able to get more calories in. So yeah, some little tips from my certification.
Literally thought I deserved a sweet treat every single day.
You can have a sweet treat every single day. There's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with that? If it fits in your goals, if it fits in your calories, if you're somebody that tracks, if you can, you know, fit it into, if you're using the hand method to make sure that you're getting what you need, have what you want and add what you need. What can you add to that sweet treat that can make it a more well-rounded snack and still have exactly what you want? There's nothing wrong with that, unless you have an allergy or something like that.
I'm not even gonna lie. But once I started eating enough protein, spacing my meals out and everything like that. I stopped grazing. I stopped going for the food, and I began seeing changes. And let me just tell you that it does take time. Okay. We can't just expect this to happen like a couple days. And then if it's not
A couple days.
happening, don't think that it's not, because it definitely takes some time. My cravings for sugar totally went down. I stayed full longer. I wasn't constantly thinking about the next snack.
Well, right, because you were eating more protein. You were probably putting more solid meals together with that structure.
And even today, one of the biggest habits I still have from BBB is making sure I get around 30 to 45 grams of protein with every meal.
Right. So you're satisfying what your body needs because you're prioritizing protein, you're adding more fiber, so you're feeling more full and more satisfied. Has nothing to do with supplements.
And I never would have thought that before. I just knew, oh, we need to pick a protein something. But it really has made such a big difference. Another huge thing for me was sleep. I used to wear being tired like a badge of honor and thought, I'll just sleep later on in life. I'll sleep when I get older. But I learned stubbornly that your body needs recovery just as much as it needs movement.
Where is Debbie and her doctors? Weren't they so fun that night? Oh, man.
And once I started prioritizing sleep, I noticed I had more energy, better workouts, better recovery, and honestly just felt better throughout the day.
Yeah. Yes.
So as you can see in my pictures, the one on the far left was before I started BBB, then 4 weeks later after BBB, and then here's a year later. So definitely takes time, but I'm super proud of myself. And I will be honest,
She should be proud of herself for the work she did. She should be proud. When I see these people that have these testimonials because they changed their way of eating and their workout routines and they prioritized protein and prioritized fiber, they should get the credit for that. They did the work. But their entire pitch becomes their transformation from the work they did, crediting this supplement. It's wild.
I am so excited to get this going again because I don't follow BBB perfect every single day. Life happens. But the habits I learned then have stayed with me. I still prioritize my protein. I still try to follow the 4-4-12 rhythm. I still use the supplements, which let me just pause and say I'm absolutely obsessed with. I was never a supplement girly. I was never a vitamin girly. I was like, they don't work. It's just waste money. But let me tell you, when you come across supplements that work, let me just say you get what you pay for. Okay. And I'm going to leave it at that.
I want to add to this that it's important that they're evidence-based supplements, that there are studies on the dosage and that they're not proprietary blends. I don't know why I was glitching there for a second. It's important to mention those things.
Because with the stuff I was paying for then,
and supplements should be supplements, not the main thing,
was over the counter. It didn't have research backed behind it. And so if you're struggling with, should I make room for this in your budget? I'm just telling you that you should. Coming from a single mom who budgets every day, you definitely should. I'm still seeing progress because this became a lifestyle habit for me, not something I just did for a few weeks and then, okay, I'm done. So if you're...
Have we looked into Shaklee's studies on their products? Let me add that to my notes because I don't know that I have, and I would be interested in looking into that.
If you're someone who's just beginning, this is a great place to start. But if you're like I was and you're already made progress and just need that next step to level up, I truly think this is a program that can help you too. My biggest piece of advice is this: don't just focus on the number on the scale or your lab number. Pay attention to your energy, your sleep, your cravings, and your workouts. How you feel when you wake up in the morning is really, really big because that is how you start your day. So just remind yourself those little wins are often the first signs that your body is changing, and they matter just as much as the number on the scale. So I'm really excited to do Better Body Blueprint with you guys. It's going to be amazing. So next up, I'm going to pass it over to Danielle.
Well, hello there, everyone. I am so excited to be here tonight with you guys. This is so exciting. You are exactly where you should be because this is such...
Oh my God. Do we want to hear more testimonials? I wanted to play this other testimonial because she's a cardiac nurse, but I think I'm going to fast forward through the testimonials. Are you guys okay with that? Because, right? Let me know in the comments. Hold on one second. I gotta text Mia. Okay. Wait a second. Yeah, let's do a stream like check. All right, we have 98 people here currently and only 45 likes. Do we have a new member? Did I miss a member? Or was that the anniversary? Yeah, I'm done with the testimonials. Okay, it's not just me. Okay, let's fast forward. Okay, right into the product pitch. Perfect. Okay, great. I appreciate you guys. 1 second.
That are going to help you to really see results. And we actually have one more story to share. So make sure you stay to the end. And sorry about that. Somebody
One more story.
just rang my doorbell and the dog is going crazy. So let's talk a little bit about the products that actually help you to get results.
Okay, can we talk about this really quickly? Because never, how do I want to word this? Never did I ever think that in 2026 that Shaklee would own Moder's products. Thanks, sis. Never did I ever think that we would be reacting to it and Shaklee would be talking about Moder's products. So Trim is a Moder product. Liquid BioCell is a Moder product. I just never thought that would happen.
So these are a couple of our absolute favorites. And I know that, today it's hard. It's hard to get in all the protein. It's hard to get in everything that you need. And your body sometimes does need a little supplementation in order to get there. So here is some of the recommended products, right? Life Shake, which is 20 grams of clean protein.
Fat burning protein? What?
Gluten and dairy free, 0 grams of sugar, no seed oils. It has added.
Oh, she did not. Melanie, seed oils?
Leucine, which is actually going to help preserve lean muscle, is one of them. The second product in the stack for the Better Body Blueprint is your Curb. You're going to see that on the top left. This is a magical product. All right. It is plant-based.
Magical.
It's
a plant-based GLP-1. This is not a plant-based Ozempic like they try to make it sound. Your body, as she said earlier, remember when I said, hey guys, remember this part? Remember that where she was talking about GLP-1, you naturally produce that in your body, protein impacts it, fiber impacts it. Remember that whole thing? Yeah. But now they have this plant-based GLP-1. Your body naturally does that. It naturally produces GLP-1. Eating food stimulates it. Protein can stimulate it. Fiber and other nutrients can affect satiety signaling, saying, hey, we've had enough food. That does not make a supplement equivalent to a GLP-1 receptor agonist medication. There's an enormous difference between supporting your body's normal GLP response and taking a medication specifically designed to activate GLP-1 receptors in your body. I mean, broccoli affects GLP-1 too, but I'm definitely not going to be calling that broccoli plant-based Ozempic. These are the claims that they're trying to make here. It's unbelievable to me.
Plant-based GLP-1. So it actually
a plant-based GLP-1.
Is going to reduce your appetite. It's going to boost those GLP-1 levels. It's going to balance your blood sugar. This is going to be perfect. You're going to take this at the time of the day where the cravings are the strongest. It might be between lunch and dinner, might be after dinner for you. You're going to mix that up and it is going to give you fiber. It's going to keep you full and boost your natural GLP-1. The next product is our trim. The trim that we have, the trim or trim and smooth, whether you're in the US or Canada, this is powerful. So many people, as we use this product, it is going to help with fat burning. It's going to boost.
Before she gets into this, how many of you have been around long enough where I was reacting to Modere and their spoons and their goo on the spoons? Do y'all remember that? I have a whole Modere playlist. Is Modere in operation anymore? No, they closed down. We remember that whole thing. Do y'all remember that? It still gives me that ick in my throat. It still makes me a little gaggy. I'm not going to lie. But hearing this all come about from Shaklee in 2026 is just... it's just wild to me. I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it. Oh, man.
Your metabolism, you're going to see cellulite reduction. It's also going to give you a dose of our liquid biocell collagen, which is going to help with your skin texture, with the firmness.
I didn't mean to hit the mic with my hat. Sorry.
And with your joints. This is one that you're going to incorporate every single day. We also encourage our Easy Gest. So
okay, let's pause there before she probably gets into some kind of digestive enzymes. This whole spiel about trim and smooth, depending on if you're in the US or in Canada, the fat burning, the metabolism, the cellulite, these are overgeneralizations. That's the category we're putting this in, because those types of product claims need scientific evidence. These are huge promises. Fat burning, boosting metabolism, reducing cellulite. Whenever you hear a stack of claims like this, I think it's extremely important to ask what was actually studied. Was this studied? Was the study done on the exact finished product? How many people? For how long? Compared with what? And most importantly, how big was the effect? Because sometimes something can reach statistically significance in a study and still produce a difference so tiny that you would never care about it in real life. And if the product was studied alongside diet and exercise, we need to know that too. That's important, but these reps never disclose that. Poop goop on a spoon. Oh, man. Have y'all seen that? It's a TikTok account. I know not everybody has TikTok. It's a TikTok account, and I mean, it's not very nice, but I saw it yesterday. It kind of made me chuckle. And apparently the wife, from the sound of somebody gagging, makes her gag. And so the husband will make that sound and then she gag. It's wild. I was very tired when I saw that video last night.
Often, right, we struggle with the breakdown of food, and so many people have bloating and digestive issues. And so this is really going to help by giving you digestive enzymes.
Digestive enzymes are not right for everybody, and that's why you talk to a medical professional about it.
To really help support that breakdown and absorption and overall reducing your bloating. And lastly is our creatine. So many of us, our creatine is one of a kind. Creatine is not just for bodybuilders. There's so many studies that show that it helps with mental clarity, alertness, mental focus, and it's going to help you build lean muscle. So these are the products that are...
Okay. We're going to put the creatine talk, not that Shaklee's creatine is one of a kind, because creatine is creatine, if I'm going to be really honest with you. But we're going to put the creatine talk into the true category, because this is finally something that I can happily recommend. And I talk about creatine often because I do take it every day. Creatine monohydrate is one of the most well-researched supplements that we have. It can support strength and training performance and can also help with increases in lean mass when combined with resistance training. There's also interesting research around cognitive benefits, although I'm a little bit more cautious about promising or mentioning everybody mental clarity or alertness. I would never do that anyways, but I'm excited to see what comes about with more study and more information on creatine. Do want to tell you guys, I have recently partnered with Legion Athletics. I am one of their sponsored athletes. I do partner with them. I do take their creatine. This one's blue raspberry, and you guys, I really, really like it. Creatine monohydrate. I do have a discount code. I do make a commission if you decide to use the discount code Erin Bies on legionathletics.com. I do have it linked below. And if I'm going to be honest with you guys, do you need Legion creatine? No. Creatine is creatine. If you're looking for creatine, well, first of all, talk to your doctor, make sure it's safe for you to take. But if you're on the market, look for creatine monohydrate from a reputable company that doesn't use proprietary blends and has an evidence-based dose, which is 3 to 5 grams of creatine a day. I use Legion, even though when they first approached me, I was like, absolutely not. You're a supplement company. No. But I like their formulations. I like their transparency. I like the fact that they don't use proprietary blends. And again, if you would like to try one of their products, and by the way, do I agree with all of their products? No. But I do know that there's a time and a place for different types of products. FYI. Again, my code is Erin Bees. It saves you 50% off of your first Legion order. Link is in the video description, but creatine works because it's creatine. Not because my name is attached to a discount code, but if you're looking for a discount code, you know where to find it. Okay, let's keep going.
In the core of the Better Body Blueprint that are going to help you get results. And then we recommend, these are some of our recommended products that actually are going to help boost your results. If you're somebody that does struggle with your metabolism, Metabolic Boost is one of our absolute.
What do you mean struggle with your metabolism? What?
Favorites. If you struggle, if you do not have like good gut health, you get sick often.
Go to your doctor. What do you mean?
You have a very low immune system. You're
David, I'm going to agree with you. Creatine to me does have a texture. Absolutely has a texture. I don't know what it reminds me of. I've thought about this a whole lot, but this one's flavored blue raspberry, and I typically will mix it in my intro workout water bottle. So I'll fill this, and then I take 10 grams of creatine a day. So I put 2 scoops in here, and it seems to be okay. But yeah, I get that about creatine.
Somebody that struggles with IBS, Good Gut and Go is going to be your daily stick pack for your pre and probiotic. And you see our sparkling protein in there. I literally just got done drinking my sparkling protein about right before this workshop. This is amazing. Lemon lime, 40 grams of protein in each can, and it tastes like a margarita without the alcohol. And it literally,
I'd rather have the margarita with the alcohol. That's just me, but I'm a fan of tequila. I haven't had it in a long time, but I'm a fan of tequila.
really gets me from one meal to the next, or it's a good gap filler in there as well.
Or you could have a snack. You could have a well-balanced snack. One of my favorite things is to have a little bit of almonds with a string cheese and a piece of fruit. That's my favorite afternoon snack. I love it. It's so good. What is your favorite snack? Let me know in the comments.
We also have our Life Plus, which again is amazing, amazing collagen. If you struggle with joints and mobility or just dullness in your skin, adding Life Plus in there could be a great booster. And then Vivix.
Another Modere product.
I think it was Heather that mentioned Vivix. That's a great anti-inflammatory as well. So those are just some additional add-ons. And again, you can really talk this over with the person that invited you here to really figure out what is going to be the best starting point for you. But imagine yourself, right? Imagine yourself.
It's quite delicious. I'm a fan.
In just 30 days from now.
Love that.
Imagine yourself losing fat, increasing your energy, having better digestion, a balanced blood sugar, stronger body composition, decreased cravings, right? Reduction in your overall body fat and improved muscle tone.
This happens from changing your nutrition or paying more attention to your nutrition, balanced meals throughout the day based on your goals, based on how many times a day you want to eat and your activity levels, and also strength training.
These are the shifts that you are going to be able to see and feel. And ultimately, going through this program is going to help you build a better relationship with food. It's going to build back your confidence that maybe you feel like, oh, am I broken? Like, is this just how it is? Is this just how it is getting older? I have to accept it? No, the answer is no. You're going to have a better mood and emotional balance and increased belief in yourself that you can make the necessary changes. And you're going to reconnect with purpose and an amazing community that is going to help you every step of the way. So what do you get when you join the Better Body Blueprint program? You're getting resources and support. We have an entire guide that has a meal plan, recipes. It walks you through the entire program.
Okay, let's talk about the meal plan thing really quick, because I don't know that I've really talked about meal plans. When you see people online that are trying to sell you a meal plan or something like this, where they're like, hey, join us, and probably joining them has something to do with buying a certain amount of products or a certain set of products, a product stack, if you will. Everybody is not going to want to be on the same meal plan. Somebody that is not super active and has a desk job probably doesn't want to be eating the same meal plan as a professional athlete. I know those are like two opposite, like very extreme examples, but your macros are your macros. Your calories per day are based off of your activity levels, your goals, and what kind, just your daily activity, you know? So it's interesting when I'm seeing and hearing on this video how they have meal plans. Who wrote the meal plans? Are they allowed to, do they have the credentials, if you will, to be writing meal plans? And also, I think the underlying question to ask ourselves when we see stuff like this is this teaching people how to eat so that they're not dependent on meal plans? Is this teaching people the proper combinations of food to fuel their body for the activities that they do every single day? Is this teaching people how to be independent, or is this teaching people how to be dependent on a person, place, or thing? Because if it's teaching dependency, then how is that really client-based? How is that really helping that individual? If you guys watch my content and you figure out from what I share here that you're able to build a complete plate and you're able to feel better throughout the day, or you come up with systems based off of my content that help you to eat better, eat more, or whatnot, so that you feel better, or you put together a sleep hygiene routine, that's you doing the work. That's teaching you to be independent and not dependent. And I think that that is an underlying thing that needs to be addressed in all of this, especially as we're seeing this stuff on social media. Teaching people to be independent and giving them the education to make the choices, to build the complete plate, to move their body in a way that's safe for them is really powerful. So as you're seeing this stuff, just ask yourself, hey, is this teaching me to be independent, or is this teaching me to be dependent on this person or this product?
There's a tracker in there as well. There's a daily regimen sort of cheat sheet that you can hang on your refrigerator that just helps to remind you of what the core focus is. We have food lists, tracking sheets. We did talk about, we are running a 30-day group. So when you make a
Not a Facebook group. Oh my God. How profound.
purchase one of the Better Body Blueprint packages, you'll get access to our private accountability group. And you also get free access, 2 months free access to our fitness platform.
A fitness platform. Oh, do tell me more. Are you doing a client intake? Are you looking at the medications people are taking? Are you asking them about any kind of mobility limitations or injuries, or they've had surgeries and their doctor said, hey, or their physical therapist said, hey, you don't need to be doing these types of exercises. Are you doing any kind of a client intake, or is it just, oh, here's the information, here's the workout we're doing, it's safe for everybody? Is it? Yikes.
You are looking for workouts that you want to do, we have some great strength training and walking programs. It's just an opportunity to really move your body and get those steps in. So,
Melanie, do you guys do progressive overload with those strength training programs? I have so many questions. I can't.
a couple of ways you can get started.
Oh, welcome. Made it to my first ever live from you. I appreciate that. Welcome. I feel like we should play a sound effect.
All right, everyone, gird your loins.
Sorry, that was pretty loud, probably.
We have some different packs for you that we've put together. And
Oh, yeah. These packs here. Okay. $193.24 for protein and fiber? What do you mean? That curb is fiber. And then a protein shake. $193.24 is insane. Wow. Then the next package is $258.57, and you get curb, probably the digestive enzymes, I would imagine, because this is kind of small. Then you have trim and smooth. Oh my God. Oh, but the best seller is the higher package, the higher priced package. Of course it is, Melanie. Where'd you learn that? Beachbody? Please.
the person that invited you here can really help pick the one that best fits your needs. If you're ready to go all in, like you are ready to make the investment, you're ready to make the change. I know it might be a bit of a commitment, but like we said, it's a money back guarantee and the results speak for themselves. The people that have done the program have committed to the products and the eating plan.
You don't need to commit to the products. You can make these changes and in nutrition and strength training, moving your body to the best of your ability without being dependent on products.
So the Better Body Complete gives you your Life Shake, your Trim and Smooth, the Curb, the Easy Just, and the Fuel. That's our complete package. But if you're feeling like you need to start and be budget conscious, we have two other options for you as well. You can start out with the Protein plus the GLP-1 Boost, or our middle option, which is our Lean Body Pack as well. And that it adds in there the Trim and Smooth and your Metabolic Boost so that it can boost your metabolism. So here's the thing. We have a couple
Boost your metabolism kills me every time I hear it.
specials as well. If you are a new member, right? New member joining tonight, you've never purchased before, Shaklee's actually running an
Okay. I feel like I've heard what I needed to hear. How much of this video do we have left, actually? Hang on a second. Yeah, I feel like I've heard what I needed to hear. I think you guys have too. I feel like we have enough information here to kind of answer what I put in the title, you know? So let's just run through it by answering the title, I guess. Let me be clear on what I'm saying here. What's actually getting results? There is strong evidence behind adequate protein, adequate fiber, strength training, regular movement, adequate sleep, overall diet quality, and consistency. Then there's the next category of these can be useful tools for some people: meal timing, reducing grazing, lower GI choices, accountability, some appropriately chosen supplements. What this video, or the parts of the information in this video that is not backed by scientific evidence, is that, how do I want to word this? You don't need Shaklee supplement stacks to get those results. You can take good nutrition advice and put it next to a supplement. That doesn't mean the supplement deserves the credit for what the good nutrition advice accomplished that you did. I guess that's the Better Body Blueprint conversation in one sentence. So after watching all of this, I think we can finally answer the question in the title. What is actually getting the results? And again, eating enough protein and fiber, strength training, moving your body, getting enough sleep, improving the overall quality of your diet, finding an eating pattern that works for you and your goals, and doing those things consistently over time. Do supplements have a place? Sure. Evidence-based supplements have a place. I take supplements. I partnered with a supplement company, but supplements should be supplements. Period. They don't need to become the reason that we give for every single positive change happening in your body. You did the work. You should get the credit. And you definitely don't need an entire supplement stack just to start taking care of yourself. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, okay, but I don't know where to even start. Let's say that you're looking for an evidence-based personal trainer who can help you build a strength training program, work on your nutrition within my scope, of course, make this program around your goals, your experience, your actual life. You can find more information on how you and I can work together at erinbies.com. No MLM products, no magic metabolism fixes like we heard tonight, no food fear, just strength training, practical nutrition education within my scope, as always, and habits that you can actually use in the real world. And with that, let me know what you guys thought about the Better Body Blueprint. What was the biggest true statement, half truth, overgeneralization, or piece of misinformation that you heard today from Melanie? And it won't be the last time Melanie's on my channel either. Let me just tell you guys that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all so much. If you are a member or would like to become a member, we're going to head over to the members only after party that I do every week, along with members only live streams. I was going to say videos, early release videos, and also members only, members only. Good God. Okay. Listen, I'm getting hungry. All right. In my defense, members only live streams multiple times a week. So yeah. I appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, if you would like and subscribe, that would be amazing. And if you're a member, I will see you over in the members only after party. Thanks for being here. Bye, everybody.